Okay, guys. So we've talked about reflections. Now we want to deal is just review the idea of rotations, and we want to rotate something 180 degrees clockwise. So the first thing we want to do, step one, is to identify the order pairs of each point of the pre-image. So in this case, I'm going to write down A, B, C, and D, and write down what their order pairs are. So if I look at A, it looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it's -3, +3. Point B looks like it's going to be -1, +3. Point C looks like it's 0, +1. And then D looks like it's -3, 0. So step one is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the rule -x, -y to rotate the image 180 degrees clockwise. So what that means is I'm going a straight line, because 180 degrees is a straight line, and so like in this case I'm going C, which means I'm taking the x values and the y values and changing their orientation. So if I look at A, I'm going to call this new point A prime. So originally, x was -3. My rule goes -x, -y. So I'm taking the negative and making it now positive, and then I'm putting a negative in front of the 3 to make it -3. 3, -3 is my new point. I'm going to go 3, -3. If I look at this, do you see how that's a perfect straight line right there? If I were to just do a little dashed line, you can see that makes a 180 degree rotation right there. All right, so my new one is -1, +3 for B. So B prime is -1, +3. So I'm putting a negative in front of the x to make it a +1. And now I'm putting a negative in front of the y to make it -3. So my new point is going to be 1, -3. Okay? If I were to just draw a line, you could see how that's a 180 degree rotation. So right now, I have A prime right here. I have B prime right there. Now C is 0, -1. So C prime, well, I can put a negative in front of the 0, but it doesn't matter. And then a negative in front of +1 makes it -1. So I got 0, -1 is C prime. And I can see how that's a straight line right there. So for D, I'm going to do the same thing. Make D prime. I'm going to put a negative in front of the 3 to make it +3, negative in front of the 0, which makes it +0. So my new point is going to be 3, 0. So this gets me my image. That's what your new image looks like. Okay, so all we're doing is first identifying the order pairs. Then the next thing I'm going to do is just put negatives in front of both the x's and the y values, just to get my new points in graphic.